Welcome back everyone, Josh here. Got a couple of the seagulls with me this morning, got me coffee, got a little creek. What more could you ask for? It's a little bit wet, we've had a bit of rain. Let's go and have a look. We're definitely not going to get across this creek. We may do, but we'll make a mess doing it, which I'm not going to. We're going to have to park back up the hill. I've actually got my lights on still. It was quite early when we left this morning, and one good sign, the creek is flowing and the water actually looks pretty bloody nice for a western creek, nice and clear. I don't like my chances of getting across there going by the wheel tracks that someone else has left, although it looks not too bad. It's black soil underneath with a really thin layer of gravel, and I'll keep my eyes out because this gravel does contain the odd gemstone. Anyway, we'll get the rods out and head down and try our luck. I don't know what the seagulls are waiting for. Waiting for me to tell them to get out and get moving. What are you doing? Too cold for you? Josie's got a new rod. She hasn't even tested it out yet. When did you get it? Christmas?
Yeah.
That was like 8 months ago. There's definitely no shortage of bird life out here. It's actually quite peaceful until we get hit by a big monster. No bites yet? No. What's going on with your rod there? The top half, it's all twisted around sideways.
Which one? Mine.
Check her out. An eyelet there. Oh, backwards.
What's backwards?
Josie hasn't even got hers in the water yet, and she's got a tangle. What's going on?
I don't know how many to do that. I was gonna cast it and just tangled.
What's backwards, Jeffrey? I don't understand.
Oh, I'll fix it up for you in a minute. Josie's going to show us the casting skills. And you don't have to go very far, Jose, because this bank here, I've seen it when it's reasonably dry, and it drops straight off. There's literally a sheer drop of probably at least 1 metre or 2, and it gets pretty deep pretty quick, especially up this end. Sort of gets a bit shallow at this end. This little point here, I did take notice when it was fairly dry. There wasn't many yabby holes, except for that point. That point there is covered in yabby holes, so might have to put a trap there at a later date. What?
Can I have a rod holder?
If you want. You go and grab one and I'll watch your rod for you, so it doesn't get taken in. Because I know there are some big fish in here. There is actually some rather large carp in here, which I have caught before. And yellow belly. There's some good sized yellow belly. There's one in that bucket. I have done videos at this hole. Basically got some really big yabbies and some big carp. Haven't caught any yellow belly out of this particular hole, but we have not far down the creek. Josie and I, probably a couple of years ago now, got some good yellow belly down there. But this hole, I'm not going to walk up there today, but you can't see it, but it runs up there for at least a few 100 meters or more. This is only just the little tip of it, and like I said, it is bloody deep.
It's going in.
It's been rather cold. Yeah, you can see how far her rod's come in. She cast it out there and it's come right back to the bank. That's how deep it is. Just leave it there for a while. If you don't get anything in 10 minutes, wheel it in and throw it in a different spot.
Okay.
As you've seen, Josie's got a worm on. Eileen's got worms.
No, I haven't got worms. No, I've got worms.
Eileen's got worms. And I've actually got a live yabbie. Got some little bait yabbies. And it's their lucky day because I've had them for a while and they're sort of getting borderline too big for what I like. And they did come out of these particular waterways out here. So whatever I don't use today is getting set free, and I'm gonna have to go out and hunt down some more small ones. That one there is probably still okay. He's not a bad little size. But the rest of them, they're getting borderline too big for bait. So they're gonna get let go. There we go. Nice little stone, little jammy. I've had some breakfast heating up, the breakfast of champions. Bit of leftover pizza from last night. If you don't know the old exhaust manifold trick, there you go. You're out in the bush, you need to heat something up. You haven't got anything, wrap it in foil, throw it on the hot engine, Bob's your uncle. Little trick I learnt in the old tractor driving days. Leave a comment below if you know the old tractor driving trick. Wrap her in foil, throw her on the engine while you're scooting down the paddock for an hour or so. Oh, just watching me step there. I've got to go through the mud to get over here. It's a bit of a shame. I'll give you a look. The only bit of flooded ground through here is just here right beside the road, which is sort of stopping us. I probably could bog through there, but only going to make a mess. You got a bite? No. Nothing. Very quiet. Breakfast of champions. Leftover pizza. What? Yabbie holes. Where? I don't know if they'll be yabbie holes. We'll go and have a look. Reckon she's stepping in yabbie holes?
No, not that.
I don't think they're yabbie holes. I think they're cow footprints.
Oh. Oh. Look over here. Is that yabbie hole?
No. I'm not actually too sure about these ones. I don't know whether they're cow footprints or they might be yabbie holes. They look almost too round and too deep. They could be yabbie holes because it has flooded out here quite a bit. Well, that one there, almost certain probably is a yabbie hole actually.
Put your hand down there. There must be here.
Yeah, she might be right. Just stick the end of that scoop down in the hole there, Jose, and see how deep it is.
Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely yabbie hole.
It goes all the
Oh,
way.
that's interesting. Yabbie holes all the way up here. There was a few back there that were definitely cow footprints, but that's definitely a yabbie hole. And there are quite a few. I didn't bring the traps with me,
Is that a yabbie hole?
but I think we're going to have to bring the traps back out here and have another set one day. It's these bait yabbies lucky days because they're actually getting too big. So we're going to let them go eventually.
Are they good?
Probably still not too bad of a size for bait.
Go down there. There'll be another yabbies down there.
Oh, they'll find a way to the water. So I think we'll have to go and set the bait trap. There's a few of them that I probably should just keep, but not today. I've decided they've been in the tub at home for basically all winter. So they've earned the right to go and live another day.
Oh, is that
And
one
they'll have a
dead?
field day here.
Oh, no.
Like I said, they've been in the tub at home all winter.
Do one. Oh, there's another one.
As you can tell, the yabbies are definitely not fresh, but it is a catch and cook. So we're gonna go back over the last couple of weeks and see how we got those. This morning, I've come out to the remote creek, way out west, in amongst the forest, and I've got a little bit of a plan. I'm gonna work my way around this hole in a particular way. I'll just give you a bit of a look at what I've brought with me. What do we got? Scoop, a little bit of string, bit of bait, drink and a knife. I probably didn't even really need that knife. I probably could have cut the bait up before I got down here, but I didn't. Like I said, I've got a bit of a game plan. I'm gonna put it into action and then I'll give you the rundown of what I'm doing. First thing I'm going to need is a couple of nice long dead sticks, which, oh geez whiz, that's harder than what it looks. That one there's probably a bit too long. We'll get a few different sizes. Perfect. Step one, 3 sticks. I've got a few different sizes. One of them might be a bit long, but the good thing is we can always shorten it up. We can't add more on, as they say. I've brought a couple of kidneys with me, and I think a couple of nice chunks to start with. I don't want to waste too much, just in case. I do have a spare one in there. Like I said, bit of string. Like I said, I had a bit of a game plan. I've got myself a stick, bit of string on the end, nice bit of kidney on the end of the string. That way I think what I can do, I can be a bit precise where I want to drop it. Like down beside them reeds there, drop it in, be a bit more controlled about it. Kept the string reasonably short so I can just drop it down. Just got that last line in. Got one in here, one up near the bucket. Like I said, I've got a bit of a game plan. What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep skipping the end one. So that end one, I'm going to take it down and put it past that one, that last one, if you know what I mean, and keep doing that and see if I can hop my way all the way around the water hole with 3 lines. Now, it is a bit cold, and I didn't realise until I tried to tie that kidney onto the line. That kidney is a bit soft, so I'm really going to have to keep an eye on it, because the big yabbie, I think, is going to come along and just snip that kidney and take the whole bloody thing. Anyway, that's the plan. We'll see if the yabbies are going to cooperate. I'll give it 5 minutes. If we don't get anything, we'll keep skipping along till we find where they're hiding. Well, it's been extremely slow, to say the least. I've made my way all the way along that shady bank, got absolutely nothing. I sort of skipped that whole corner and come around to this bank that gets all the sun. Sun comes up over here, sort of works its way across there of a winter. So that bank is always shaded. This bank's always sunny. Hopefully that's going to be to our advantage. This one's only been in for a couple of minutes, and it looks like it is moving a little bit. And I don't want to give them too much chance in here because it's extremely loggy. It looked like it was moving, but there's no customers. The cold weather might have caught up with us. And although it's been flooding in town, we haven't had a lot of rain. We've had some major floods in the area, but most of the rain was further east and basically just flooded the river. Didn't have a lot of local rain. Where the heck did I put this line? Oh yeah. I was hoping, but it doesn't look good. It was moving around a little bit, but I think that's just the wind. Not looking very favourable at all today. Hopefully I'll give them another half an hour and keep skipping. If they haven't come on the bite by then, ooh, I think we've got something here, because I threw it out and it's back up into the bank. Let's have a look. There's got to be something on this for sure. I threw it out here, just so long as he's not snagged himself up yet. Oh no, he's not snagged up, and he feels like a good one too. I can feel by the tail pulls on him. I probably should have just come and started on this side. I'll know better next time. Yes! You beauty! We're on the board. I've only been here an hour, but that line has literally been in there a couple of minutes. So hopefully he's got some mates with him. We'll put it back out. I'll get this bucket ready. Well, very slow start to the day. We've got one there that looks like he's an exceptional quality too. You beauty. Hopefully that's a good sign. I might even try and bring these. And I reckon that end line definitely had one on it too. We'll go and keep a closer eye on that one, but if I can get 10 like that, I'm going to be happy. I've just quickly gone down, checked those two, and there was nothing. And we've definitely got something back on here. He's bringing me up into the sticks. Look at him, right up into the sticks. And he feels like another nice one. Oh, no, 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 no. I'll take my time with him, because they're a bit too few and far between today. It feels like it's got some weight, but it didn't look that big. Unless there might be two on there. Come on, mate. He doesn't want to come in. Oh no, I had a stick as well. He's not small. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I might bring those other two lines up here, where I can keep a bit of a closer eye on them, because they're going to be wanting to bring me straight up in the sticks. Definitely not a monster, but he seemed to have a lot of weight, probably because it had that stick on there. I'll go and get that end one, I think, quickly. I'll bring it down where I can keep a better eye on it. If I'm going to get a few down here, I think we might have a bit of a better go down there. I just didn't want to move this one too quick, because I was sure there had to be something on it that first check. It just let go, but it hadn't come back. I'll bunch these lines up a little bit better, just so I can keep an eye on them. This log here looks pretty good. Looks pretty snaky too. Hopefully if I make plenty of noise, if there's anything in the area, it should bugger off pretty quick. This stick here is been a pain in my butt since I got it, because it's just that odd shape where it just keeps wanting to dip down to where I can't keep an eye on it. Here we go, look at this. Got a little rod holder there. I'm definitely going to want to be keeping an eye on that. These other two lines I've got absolutely nothing off. This one here has actually got something on it again. It went a bit quiet and I changed the bait. It wouldn't have been in here a couple of minutes, I guess, and started moving, and it feels like there's a bit of weight on it. Though that last one felt like a bit of weight too, but he wasn't that big. Oh yes, this one is. Check the nippers out on that. He's a monster. You beauty, got him too. Absolute beauty. Literally just changed the bait on it. Sat it down under that log. Check this out. Nice. I'll find a bit of sun here somewhere and we'll have a look. Check that out for a nice yabbie. Absolute beauty. It's a little bit slow here today. I think the cold weather has caught up. I come out nice and early and it was bloody freezing. And I think it's just made them a little bit slow. Late afternoon might be a different story. But I've got things to do, people to see. And I don't think I'm going to bother cooking 3 yabbies, so guess what's going to happen today? They're all going to go back in right where I caught them. Oh, I was going to give you a look at them too, but they were in too much of a hurry to get away. We'll leave them to breed up for another day. It's an absolutely beautiful day once again. Not going to muck around, get straight into it. Let's go and check the traps. I've got 4 traps and I've basically just spread them right out along this side, and I haven't gone very far out. Basically just dropped them straight out in amongst all the sticks and weeds. Oh yes, and it pays off again. And we've got some nice ones. Nothing that I'd really call a monster, but there is a couple of really solid yabbies in here, especially that fella in the corner there. Check this out. Well, I think it's going to pay off, which I'm hoping that it does, because the seagulls want to feed. We'll have a look at some of the best ones. That fella there is an absolute bloody beauty. Like I said, definitely not a monster, but good solid dark yabbies. That's what we're after. I'm just going to go through and check them all for eggs. And I think anything without eggs I'm going to keep, because there is going to be 4 of us that are going to want to be eating. So on second thoughts, just for good luck, I'm going to let some of these younger ones go. Just because I think this trap here, generally this end of the hole does the worst. So all the rest are up around there. Hopefully we do a bit better with them ones. What I'm going to try and do as I go is layer them. Each trap, or if I do particularly well in one trap, I'll put a layer of yabbies and grass and yabbies and grass, and they're not going to be in here for very long, so they should be right. Number 2 coming up. Well, that one's a bit more sad. Only 3 yabbies, but one of them is probably better than all the other ones in the other trap. I would prefer probably 10 fairly solid ones, but check that out. He's an absolute bloody beauty. Male, big, dark, almost purple. He's going to be full of meat, that fella. The other 2, although they're reasonably solid yabbies, they got nothing on that bloke. Hopefully the other 2 traps do a bit better than 3 yabbies. Although we got about 10 out of the first one, so I'm not too concerned. Watch out for snakes here. Very snaky looking little log. This trap here, when I set it, it was almost looked like it was a little bit shallow. I threw it over here and the top of the trap was actually sticking out of the water. I don't know whether there might be just a heap of logs and stuff in here, but I moved it around a bit, and this particular little spot seemed to be a little bit deeper. You probably can't even make it out from here, but the top of the trap's only probably 6 inches under the water. But let's see how we go. Oh, thank God for that. The seagulls would have been up me if I didn't do a bit better than that last trap. And again, some bloody beauties in here. Look at the colour on them. I don't know how well it's going to show on camera. I'll get you off the head mount and give you a look. See if I can get him in the light. Look at the colour on it. Going to be full of meat, that fella. How many did we end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 yabbies. Couple there that are a little bit small, but well and truly eating size. Way bigger than bait. Look at that fella tucked up in the corner there. Absolutely beautiful. He's going to be good eating. Lucky last trap, and I've been adding a bit of grass into that and a little bit of water. I'm not going to add too much water because I've got to carry it all the way back out of here yet. Here we go. Oh yes, we didn't need many more and we've done it. Luckily, because that trap just collapsed at the last second. Another 5. There is one in there. He's going to be way too small. We'll let him go. Just thinking I probably should have kept that because I probably want some bait. Idiot. Anyway. Another 4 solid yabbies. Let's have a quick look at one of them. Absolute beauty. Not going to complain about that one. And to say that the fishing has been quiet is a bit of an understatement. We literally have not lost a bait and we're going on being here 2 hours, which is really unusual for this creek because I know there's quite a few really big carp in here. I was really banking that the girls would at least catch a couple of carp each. Got Eileen still sitting over there, persisting. She's still got the original worm on that she come with. We got the master chef behind us. Let's have a look. Cooking up the yabbies that you just seen me catch, which was probably about 2 weeks ago now, that I'm guessing. We haven't got a video done for a little while because we've been busy with the food trailer, and if we haven't been busy with the food trailer, every weekend it's been absolutely miserable and raining and just couldn't get out really. Hopefully now the yabby holes along that bank is really encouraging, and to see that the creek is running, plenty of water, a really good sign. We've got some warm weather coming up in the next couple of weeks, which will really get them cracking, I reckon. The old pelicans have been hanging out for this. Hashtag the seagull. As we know, Christmas is coming up, only around the corner. If you want a nice present for someone, head over to TeamTibbett.com, grab yourself a shirt. We don't make a lot out of it by the time we buy the shirts and do all the work that's involved, but it does help us out a lot, and you can get yourself a good shirt. They are fairly reasonable quality. Made in the shirts themselves are not made in Australia. Obviously I don't think there's any shirts made in Australia, but good quality and printed in Australia by he's not a big company, he's just a regular dude with a shop that runs it himself, keeps him in a job, gives us a few dollars to go and buy some fuel and keep us on the road, and helps you out by giving you a shirt. So head over to teamtibbett.com. I'm just going to go for a bit of a wander up this little hill here See if I can't spot a jemmy or two, and I've literally taken about 10 steps and I can see one. Let's have a look. I really should take his up. I've got some private property where we get some real stonkers. And the agates around here, that one there is definitely not one, but they are world class. There's some really fine, intricate agate found in this area. There's different gravel pits. There is one literally straight up in this hill here. I know where there's probably about half a dozen gravel pits where they dig this gravel out for the roads, and it's literally full of agates, petrified wood, different types of quartz. Oh, Josie just yelled out to me just as I spotted a red one. A little tiny red one. Let's have a look at him. Clear as. Get the sun in the right spot and they stick out like dog's balls. Yeah, I think they're getting close to being cooked.
How much?
Probably just a little tiny dash of oil, and they must be getting close to being cooked because I can smell the old pelican over here. Can smell them. Look, she's packing up. The wind's blowing that way. The old Yabby chef's done a pretty good job this morning. I think you can be the camp cook from now on.
No.
I think she's good at burning stuff.
Buy the TeamTibbett shirt at teamtibbett.com now. Taste test.
Eileen's sneaking one before. She's getting a pre-taste test. Hey, what's it like? Lucky I came prepared, because we wouldn't have even had the carp to cook this morning.
That's hot.
Still a bit hot. I reckon it'd probably be alright.
The fork.
Josie's got a nice big juicy one. Hey, the chef gets their own special. Probably cooked that one special, did you? For yourself. He's been eyeing it off. Eileen's got all the little ones. She's eating the bait yabbies. You reckon alright? I reckon it would be.
You want some?
And they're pretty basic.
They don't really taste like they have garlic in them.
Basically just a little bit of garlic. Mm.
Can I put more garlic on it?
There's plenty of bird life out here this morning. I think we've seen just about everything. There's been ducks, some sort of little water bird hanging around those reeds over there. There's been black water hens, pelicans, shags, just about everything but a fish. And given how good it looked when I first pulled up here with this nice bit of running clear water, I really thought we would have been onto something, but it just wasn't our morning this morning. Like I said, been here 2 hours and literally still got the original bait that's on there. So I think we might leave the video here. Hope you had a good one. Probably be a couple of more weeks before we get another video done now, because we've got a big festival coming up next weekend, so we won't get out. That's both days. And the weekend after, we may get out and set some traps out west, I think. We were going to go out to a different creek today, further out, which is probably better yellow belly fishing. But what happened? Come in and rain this week, and it would have been way too wet. And given that this crossing here is almost impassable, I'd almost guarantee we would not have got there. We would have got probably an hour out and got snooked and had to turn around.
Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.
Bye.